Hello and welcome everybody to the first ever episode of How UPW Changed My Life with Success Resources. Thank you so much for joining us today. My name is Yewande. I am the host for today, and I'm going to be interviewing a very, very, very special UPW grad and attendee. So the idea behind this new segment on UPW grads and, on the UPW experience is just to help people understand and know the benefits from a first-hand view from people who actually attended UPW. Some people maybe once, maybe twice, maybe 3 times, maybe more. But we are just here to, help you guys understand, how amazing and transformative UPW can be in the hands of people who actually attended this event from the beginning till the end, and maybe even more than once. So if you were on the fence on going or attending UPW, whether it's the live one or the now virtual one due to COVID, we are here today to, really, debust all the myths you have and, just share experience of actual people who've attended UPW. So make sure that you guys stay tuned and hear what we graduates have to say. So today's episode is our first one, and we have a very special guest all the way from Cyprus. But before I introduce her, just let me know if there is any technical difficulties on the live. Let us know in advance, because we want to make sure that you are hearing all this value, all this knowledge, all the experiences, and it doesn't go to waste. So yes, let us know if you can hear us serious, and we'll love to also shout you out. And maybe if you have any questions, please let us know and we'll be able to answer these questions for you. So without further ado, let me introduce our very, very special UPW graduate guest all the way from Cyprus. She's joining us today to share her experience on UPW and how it changed her life. So Stephanie, please turn on your camera and welcome to the first ever live for UPW graduates. Welcome, Stephanie. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Hi, Gigante. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be here, to be with you today, and thank you for the opportunity.
No worries, anytime. Well, we are always open for our customers to come to us to share us what we've done well in terms of, you know, changing their lives by bringing UPW, because we know it's definitely a life-changing event. So thank you for joining us and sharing your experience. And I'm sure it's going to, you know, change and touch people and, you know, help people who are, you know, indecisive and want to know whether they should go to UPW or not. So without further ado, let me go ahead and just start with the first question. So first of all, tell us how you found Tony Robbins. How was it that you were introduced to Tony Robbins? What is your first, you know, interaction or experience with Tony?
Basically, it was a friend of mine who had previously attended UPW. And she knew that I was always into personal development, and I liked attending seminars and events, both in Cyprus and abroad. And she had attended the UPW before, and she was amazed. And she was telling me about her transformative experience and that it changed everything in her life. But at that point in my life, I didn't even know about Tony Robbins. So I went online and started finding out things about him. I started reading stories from people who had previously attended UPW as well. And I could see that it was a great impact on all of them, and it changed their life forever. So I started like that, and I signed up.
Amazing. Okay, you're like, no problem. So it was from interacting with people who've already gone. So you didn't really know, you didn't read any of his books. You didn't really know, have you read his books beforehand? Or
no, beforehand, no, afterwards.
Wow, so you're really fresh. Wow, that's amazing. That's a lot of faith. That's really good. Okay, cool. So next question. So this is basically the same link to the first one. So you already answered it. So how did you discover UPW? You already said your friends. So the next question is, what did you have any reservations about attending UPW? Were you scared or were you worried about, you know, what was going through your mind in your head? Like what did you expect? First of all, what was it? Did you think it was just going to be like a normal seminar, or what was your idea when you were going into it? Or did they spoil it? Did your friends spoil it for you?
Yes, she told me about some things, but not everything. I was not expecting such a big energy and so much shift. I was expecting to be just another seminar, another event. But it was a transformative experience, something unique and different.
Like, so you weren't even prepared for what was to come.
No, I could not expect what was coming. I knew about the firework and all that, but it's different to hear it from someone else. It's different to experience it yourself.
Yeah, no, definitely, I understand. Because even me, someone that has worked, you know, in SR and worked at a couple of UPWs, I know before when I just started, I had no idea about it. I didn't even know Tony Robbins. I didn't know anything. So people were telling me, oh yeah, it's crazy, it's this and that. And I was like, I didn't really know. And then when I actually went there, I was like, oh my gosh, it's like nothing can prepare you for the actual thing. And that's why it's so essential that people need to go and experience it for themselves. I mean, you can talk to them and you can explain it and you can even try and go through it with them. They need to be there, because it's not even just about Tony. I feel like it's about the people being in one accord and one energy with people, and everyone doing the same thing, being crazy and really silly and giving 100%. I think that's the most beautiful thing about it. It's the community.
Exactly.
And then, like, was there any like people you met in terms of like connections and, you know, friends that you made from UPW? Because I know
yes, I met very good people, important people, and also other people who come from Cyprus as well, who I didn't even know, but now we're connected.
Yeah, and also having friends like that allows you to like have accountability partners or people that, you know, you can go to because they understand the process. Because not necessarily like your friends or your family who haven't been, they won't understand the impact and the new mentality that now comes with being a graduate from UPW, because your life the way you see things in the world changes. The way you allow yourself to behave, or your standard like changes significantly, and your expectations of yourself and what you can provide and what you can do change.
It changes everything.
It changes everything. So Okay, let me go on to the next question. So what is your favorite part about UPW? What was your favorite part of it?
The firework. The firework, it was something different, something that it scares you to hear about it. And when you hear, when other people tell you about it, I could not even imagine myself actually experiencing it. And I remember very clearly that I said to my friends that I'm not gonna do that. But when you are there, when you have Tony in front of you and all his energy, and it passes that energy to other people, it makes you want to do it.
Yeah. Well, I definitely understand, especially because everyone, as I said before, everyone is in this mindset, everyone's in the zone, and everyone's willing, because, you know, it's a thing of where he's like, you need to do this. This is like a step to prove yourself that you can do it. All the impossible things in your minds that you think you can't do. If you do this, then everything else is a minor. Everything else is just is play compared to this. I walked on fire. What can't I do? You know, it's that kind of mentality. And, you know, in the firework, what was it? What did the firework mean to you? Talking about
it actually, after the firework, I was crying. Wow. I couldn't believe what I did.
Wow.
But when I came back to Cyprus and I had my normal routine, during difficult situations, and when I had to take a difficult decision or something, I always remembered the firework. And I could say to myself, if I manage to walk on fire, then it means that I can do everything.
Wow.
So it makes everything else very little, very small.
Yeah. That is great. That's powerful. And I feel like personally as well, that's just a block that a lot of people have. Like, especially because we've been conditioned to believe that we can't do this, you can't do that, you can't do this, you can't do that. You know, there's limits, there's rules, there's boundaries. You can't do these things. You know, society or like our family or our culture or our mindset, the limiting beliefs, right? You know, all tell us no. You know, all tell us no, that we can't. And then once we do something that defies logical sense, you know what I mean? It's like, if this is possible, then there's so much. My world has now opened up. So this is definitely for people that feel like they can't, and they've been told they can't. You know, is that similar to kind of what do you think you struggled with that in terms of like believing in yourself, or, you know, trying to challenge yourself? Would you say that was one of your, you know, struggles, or, you know, things that you had to overcome?
Yes, limiting beliefs, because every day our friends, our family, everybody may say to you, you can't do this, you can't do that, it's impossible. But you go there and you think that everything is possible, and that we are the ones who create our own reality. Nobody can say to us what we can do.
Yeah.
We can do absolutely anything.
Yeah. 100% right. And that's why people need to, like, being, not to say UPW is the only thing that can make this happen for you, but it's definitely like a first step in terms of reality, in terms of being able to just, like, with other people that are on the same page as well, to just experience that and overcome so much. Like, it's
it gives you a different view of things.
Yeah, definitely. And it's like each day hits a different thing. So from, you know, the fear in the first, my favorite, what would you say were your favorite days, actually? Let me ask you, what were your favorite days in UPW?
The first one and the third one.
I was going to say the same thing. Definitely. Because I feel like they're very shifting days. They're very transformative days. They're days that shift you into a new mindset.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, and in terms of your fear, and like, especially day 3 is definitely my favorite day. It's my top favorite day, because the crazy things that happen, but we're not going to spoil it too much because you guys need to attend. But anyway, let's go on to the next question. So I know you said your favorite part of UPW was the firework, but would you say it was also your most transformative experience, or was there other transformative experiences during UPW? And let us know what they are, if there is.
What I learned the third day, if I remember correctly, is called the Dickens principle.
Yeah, the Dickens process.
Yes, where you see yourself if you continue doing the same process, where you're like, yes, 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 and you, it changes what you're thinking about. It gives you different perspective.
Yeah, completely.
Yes.
I will say that's why day 3 is my favorite day, because of that process that we have at UPW. And as you said, it just changes your mind. It gets you into a place where you are no longer just, you're already, because me personally, I already have, negative thoughts and feelings, like those thoughts and feelings that they say that you need to embody. I already have that issue. I already had that issue in terms of thinking, regretting, like, why I could have been. It kind of deals with your regrets and the way, knowing that you have more in you to give, or you have something that you want to do, and you holding yourself back, it just amplifies it for you. And it really puts in perspective of, wait, why am I doing this? What am I doing? And how can I, I can't be like this anymore.
Yes.
It's basically kind of like a wake up call. It shakes you, like, stop being this. It's what everyone needs. Like,
yes, it's like a wake up call. Yes, as you said.
It's a complete wake up call, and it changes like everything. And I think if there's anything to go to UPW for, it's that.
Yes, true.
That is definitely something that, that makes the whole experience worth it. Because even as an employee that I got to attend UPW and I got to do that experience, that literally changed my life and the way I saw things. So if you definitely need like a mind shift in your understanding of what it is that you need to do or who you need to be, especially during Corona, it's so easy, just to kind of give up and be hopeless and just feel like, I'm just gonna, like, this is crazy, I'm just not gonna do anything. No, if anything, you need to go 10 times harder. You need to take the time and place to heal, discover, unlock, reveal whatever it is you need to do in this time. You need to do it, especially because, as in the process, 10 years later, 20 years later, 30 years later, you don't want to be having the same regrets, thinking, oh, I wish I did, or I wish I could. Because as day 1 shows to us, you can do anything.
Exactly, you can do absolutely anything. The possibilities are in front of us, and we are the ones that we hold ourselves back.
Yes.
By the way we think, by the decisions we make or not make.
Yeah, 100%. You're so right. And in terms of if there was anything else that stuck out to you in UPW, can you just share if there's anything personally, like there's something you remember distinctively about UPW that you would like to share, or any experience?
Yes, during the event there is the affirmation process. Now I am the voice, where Tony says
the incantation.
Yes, several times. That affirmation, I do it from the very first moment that UPW ended in 2018 until now.
Wow.
Every day. And it changed everything for me. What it says, it actually happens.
Wow.
It gives you a different perspective, and in cases where there is a difficult situation, you have to step up. It reminds it to yourself, especially if you do that in front of a mirror. It's absolutely life-changing.
That's literally my favorite ever in like affirmation incantation. Like literally, I think I cried when I was doing it my first time, because it's so powerful. And even like listening to it, I used to listen to it at home. I'm so proud of you for doing it every single day, because 2018 was also my first one as well. So Yeah, that is insane. It is such a powerful incantation, and I definitely believe everyone should be, you know, saying that in the mirror every single day. It's so
Yes, yes.
powerful, and it's I don't even know how to describe it. It's yeah, it's something that everyone should be doing in terms of like the priming, especially.
And yes,
Yeah,
yes, and the priming as well. The
yeah.
priming is good.
Can you explain the priming a bit for us, and like what your perspective on how you use it on your, if you use it a lot?
Um, I'm using it, but not so often. I'm using more the incantation now. But I think it's important to do that as well, because especially if you do that in the morning before your day begins, it boosts you, it gives you more energy.
Yeah.
And if you decide where you're going, where your life, your day is gonna be,
Yeah.
and how it's gonna be.
And I even think it's good, it's possible you can even like remix it into your own kind of style, and you add your own, like, you know, what he said talks about gratefulness, you can even add and change the different things. So yeah, I think
Yes,
understanding and priming is so important as well. So
it
yeah,
involves different things, gratefulness as well. So the more grateful you are, the more the things you attract into your life. So you're both grateful for what you already have, and about the things that that you want to do.
yeah, 100%. So what would you sorry, a fly just came into my room and it's really noisy, so it's just distracted me. So okay, I was gonna ask you a question about, you know, how has now you been in UPW, what exact like result have you gotten from actually going to UPW? Like an example in your life that, you said how, when you felt like you couldn't do stuff, you remember the firewalk. What other things in UPW that has, that you can actually say has actively changed your life? Examples.
Um, after the event, I did the 10-day challenge, and I had a coffee addiction previously. I used to have 4 or 5 coffees per day. So, and I was telling to myself that I really need to stop drinking so much coffee, but I couldn't do it. After UPW, I wanted to try this challenge to see if there is any result. And to be honest, from that day until today, I don't need coffee anymore. I use coffee as a social part of my life.
Wow.
But it's not in my everyday routine. It's not my morning routine. I don't need coffee to wake up anymore.
Wow. That's amazing. That's
It was
crazy.
something huge for me because it was something that I wanted to achieve for a long time. I tried several times to stop that coffee addiction, but I could not. And after UPW, I think it was just like a decision that I made, and now it's okay.
Wow. That's amazing. You've had so many little transformative things, like from the everyday. Like, I wish I had your discipline. That is amazing. Like the fact that you could have done. You've actually inspired me to start doing it every single day now, in terms of like the affirmations, and even like maybe we look into the 10-day challenge, because I know that it's like a massive shift in terms of your health, your well-being, and just helps you keep going. Yeah. Is there anything else
if I manage to stop the coffee addiction, then someone else may stop the smoking.
Yeah,
The smoking habit,
or bad eating or overeating or anything
exactly,
that
yes,
dependency on. That's so good. So yeah, if there is there any other transformative things or little things that you notice that's happened in your everyday that has, UPW has helped impact, or Tony Robbins being able to be a part of this experience helped with?
in terms of confidence, and it helped me stop criticizing myself and not talking so negatively to myself. When there is something going on, or if I promise myself to do something and I don't do it, I don't talk so negatively to myself anymore. I accept it and say it's okay.
Yeah, that's amazing, especially because
Yes.
I understand what that's like as well in terms of being really harsh, because you can do something, and then when you don't do it, it's like, why didn't you do it?
Yes.
So that's so easy, and I know there's a lot of people that struggle with that, and that's also like in terms of like people's mental health. I definitely feel like this event is definitely amazing if you have a lot of mental health anxiety or pressure or depression. It definitely will help you with some tools to help alleviate that and help you overcome
Yes.
that. So if there's anyone that feels that's their state of mind and where they're at, this is the event for you, because there's so many tools, so many techniques, so many little things that you can discover at this event that will allow you to really take your mindset, your emotional health, your mental health, your physical health, any kind of health.
Yes, it changes everything, every part of your life.
Every part
From
of your life.
everyday routine until the way you think and decide everything.
100%. And the way you interact with people around you, you start to understand things and understand people. And then, as long as you take care of yourself, your emotions and how you feel, you shouldn't really allow others to affect you or upset you and, determine and have your power and take away your power from you and your peace and your love and your happiness. So, yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. So the last question for today is, what would you say to people who are kind of on they don't know if they want to go to UPW, they don't think they should, or they think they need it, like that they're holding back, they don't know whether to. What would you say to those people?
It's really unique experience and they need to go, they need to attend it for sure. It's as Tony says, life is never gonna be the same again. It's true. From the decisions you take to the way it changes you afterwards. And it's not a seminar just like all the others. It's something different, something unique, something extraordinary, something that they will remember forever. It's an investment they need to make for themselves, and they should not think about the money or anything else. It's just something that they do for them that's gonna give them a lot more power, a lot more energy, and it's gonna change everything in their life. They really need to attend.
Wow, guys, so you heard it here. Like, it's UPW is the ultimate event that can change not only just your mindset but can change your whole life, because to be honest, that's what they say, that all change begins in the mind, that as a man thinketh, so is he. So once you get your mind in check, there's nothing that can hold you back, there's nothing that can stop you, there's nothing that you can't do. So this is the ultimate investment if you really want to take your life to the next level, take your world and transform it and be in control for once. Because that's something Tony always says, we always kind of play the victim, and we're always saying, why is this happening to you? Life doesn't happen to you, it happens for you. And having the power to be able to harness that energy and to turn your life around is an immeasurable gift. It's you can't even put money to that. It's insane. And we're giving the people another opportunity to make that happen, even though it's not like at the live event like you and I have attended. There's still the virtual event that is online, so it's still available to us in a different way, but it still has the similar effect, because I've actually attended parts of the online one, and have you seen the online one, Stephanie?
Yes. I have seen parts of it as well.
Yeah,
but I think the energy you get is actually the same.
Yeah, definitely. Because even it's weird because you wouldn't think so, but it's because I can see other people as well. You can see people in the Zoom cameras, and they're at home and they're jumping. It's the same thing. Even I was at home screaming, yes. Yes, I was doing it all. So it's not like, it's a massive, of course, it's a massive change, because I was saying my biggest concern about UPW is that energy,
Yes.
that you get when you're around people all on the same mission, with the same drive, with the same, exhilarate. Like, it's, you can't even put words. I can't even put words to it.
Yes.
You know what I mean.
Yeah.
But the people who haven't been, they don't know what I mean. But it is just insane. But even though it's people are together online, and we're all doing the same thing, it still has that similar effect. You still want to participate. You still want to jump around. You still want to give your high fives, even though you can't really see.
You get the energy, the feeling. It's the same, actually. There is no difference on it.
Exactly. So that's definitely something that if you really want to, have that same impact, have that same energy, have that same experience for now, whilst we're in COVID, because obviously we're trying to be protective and safe as we can, but we still want to spread this message. We still want to change people's lives and change your life.
Yes.
You should
definitely. And now it's the most important time to attend it, due to all this that is happening around.
100%. There's never been a better time, especially because we have the time now. So there's no, I need to take off work, I need to fly to this country, I need to buy this. This is literally online on your computer. Just click a button and you're in. So definitely, guys, if you are thinking of, you're thinking of attending this year, or you're feeling that you want to, go to the virtual event, definitely look into it. The link is going to actually be in the comments below, and you can see it on the banner on this video as well. So honestly, if Stephanie hasn't already convinced you of how, all these little things that she's taking from the event can change your life, make you stop bad habits you've been trying to stop for years, help you, get into daily routines, help you achieve your goals in ways, or, stop you from being fearful, stop you from holding back. And I feel like literally it's in the name, unleash the power within. It stops you from holding back that power that isn't within. There's nothing like it. And I really feel if you feel like there's something in you that is in you and you can't let it go, this is the place to release it. This is the place to unlock and to change and to transform yourself in a time where people need to transform themselves. You can't go back to the way we were, because life is never going to be the same with us. In general, the world will never be the same, but we need to make sure that our mind can keep up with that and never be the same also. So, yeah.
Now is the time. There is no later. Now is the perfect moment to take the decision and go.
Amazing. If you were looking for a sign, guys, this is the sign. So yeah, thank you so much, Stephanie. You've been an amazing guest.
Thank you to you, Gande.
You have just been amazing. Like, I love your energy. I loved, your experience, and you've inspired me just, in terms of consistency and to go and keep repeating and being disciplined so I can get the results I want. So yeah, thank you for sharing your story. Thank you for spending your time with us and, just being a lovely, energetic, bubbly person, willing to share your experience. And we thank you at SR so much.
Thank you too.
No worries.
Thank you for your time as well, and Success Resources for giving me the opportunity. Thank you.
No worries. We're so glad to have you on as well, guys. Thank you for joining us. If you're live with us now, thank you for participating with us. We'd love to see you at the virtual event if you can make it. But anyway, we just want to say thank you for tuning in, and hopefully we can see you again on Wednesday for another episode where we'll have another UPW grad sharing their story and their experience at UPW. So thank you so much, guys.